Good morning, how are we today? It's literally early in the morning and I'm filming and I'm actually going somewhere, so this is super rare for me. I usually just sit and film, do a full beat, take the makeup off, and that's it. But I'm actually going to work today, so I thought, do you know what, let's do a full beat today. So today I just thought we would do a super chill get ready with me because I am literally getting ready, so you guys can join in. So I want to do something super bronzy, super chill, kind of insta-baddie, but not quite, still quite wearable as well. So without further ado, drum roll please, brrr, hit subscribe, and make sure you don't miss any future videos from me. And apart from that, let's just get ready. How are we all today? We're doing well. So I'm just starting off by doing my skin. I'm going to be doing the Urban Decay B6 spray. This is my favourite prep spray. I'm not going to go into why, you know it's amazing. So we'll use that just to prep and prime my skin. I've actually been really liking just not using a primer recently. I'm going to just jump into my Urban Decay Stay Naked. This foundation you guys know I have become obsessed with. And by the sound of things, so have you. I actually have had so many cool comments on my video that I posted with this a few weeks ago. You guys are really loving this foundation as well, so we have good taste here, right? Oh great, I've just pumped my foundation out. It's just landed on my lashes. That's not what we need, is it? We'll just take some of that Stay Naked foundation and we're going to buff that into the skin. This foundation, guys, has not let me down yet. It has lasted so nicely in the skin every day that I've worn it. And what I really like about it is it doesn't feel like I've got foundation on, and that's always a winner. So if you haven't tried this by now, I would definitely suggest you do. I really like how I can wear it all day and I don't need to touch up, I don't need to powder, it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. Yeah, I'm not going to go into too much detail. If you want to see this video, I won't go into too much detail because you guys have obviously seen it, but if you want me to link the video for when I did this foundation routine in depth, I will link it down below. My skin today probably won't change that much from that foundation routine just because I'm really liking how I do my skin recently, so yeah. Shade I'm wearing for reference is shade 51NN, just for any user are wondering. And also, yeah, I have got a hairband on today. As you see in videos recently, my hair literally just goes well, it's got a life of its own, so I just thought let's keep it under bay, keep it off my head so that I don't have to keep redoing my forehead makeup once we finish filming. Again, the brush is my favourite brush, Urban Decay contour brush. I like that it's got this little bit that's shorter so I can get right into all the nooks and crannies. And for blending out concealer too, it is really good. So now that my face is beat-ish, I'm going to go in with the Stay Naked concealer from Urban Decay. I use shade 30NN, so it's like 2 shade levels lighter but the same undertone. I kind of wish I'd got this in the 40, which would be a little bit lighter, or even the 50 to match, but for now we've got this, so we'll use that instead. It is a really dope formula of concealer. So we'll just pop some of that on. What I've been liking to do recently with my concealer though is I'll put it on and then I like to let it sit for a little sec just to kind of intensify in coverage. I know some people might think that is crazy and disgusting, but the reason why I do that is because then I don't have to worry about like adding more concealer to areas where I need a little bit more coverage. I can just let this sit for a wee sec, and then when it kind of dries down and I blend it out, the coverage is going to be hella popping, which is what we want. Yeah, we'll let that sit, and then what I'll do is just kind of tap out the edges first, just so that the join between the foundation and the concealer is super seamless. The longer we let this area here develop, the more coverage it will get, so totally up to you. I have really liked this concealer to build with as well, so you can go in and build up with some more if you want to, but I'm just really in this new kick of not using too much makeup. He says putting on 10 layers of foundation, but I've been taking a lot of time and kind of redoing my skincare routine, and I found a really bomb new skincare regime which has got some new bits and some old bits. I will share it with you guys soon because I've had a lot of comments about how nice my skin looks, not just on YouTube and Instagram but also in real life, so I will share it with you guys soon. But because of that, I kind of like having a more skin-like finish to my makeup, because there's no point in spending all this time and money to give your skin this pure, nice, radiant glow and then I'm covering it up with makeup. So we are going to share it soon. Let me know if you would like a skincare routine, because the products I've been using are really bomb. I really like them. For powder, let's set her in place. We're going to be using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Powder and Butter. I'll change this broken record soon and try something else. I always feel like I'm boring you guys when I'm using the same products on every video, but see, when I find something that works for me, you know, it's gone. So I'm going to just bake that under eyes. I have forgot to contour my nose, but I can do that just now really quickly. And of course, Allan will never learn to not wear a black t-shirt when filming anything that involves loose powder. So I'm showing you some more of my trusty butter bronzer, and I'm going to use that just to snatch the nose. We like to make sure the nose is so naturate. And then some more of my loose powder. If you guys haven't got this little beauty blender thing yet for powder, get it. Game changer. Total game changer. While my bake sets, no big change, I'm going in with more of my butter bronzer, and I'm going to just press that into the outer perimeter of the face just to set the foundation with bronzer, because as you guys know, I am on a reduced powder kick. I don't want to powder my whole face anymore. I just want to powder the areas that haven't got the bronzer, blusher, highlighter, etc. And then I'm going to go in with some more of that Revolution bronzer that I love, the Bronzer Reloaded in the shade Long Weekend. Just a nice kind of shimmery bronzer. It's not like a proper glittery bronzer shimmery. It's not like a proper glittery bronzer moment, but it's got a nice kind of gold reflect through it. It's kind of baked, but it's not as heavy glitter as a lot of these bronzers are, but I just like to use it all over just to give my skin a nice kind of radiant glow. For contour, I'm going to go into this little MAC contour palette. I am going to use basically just all these three shades. I'm going to just kind of sweep through the three because that's what we do, and we're just going to sculpt the face. I don't know if I spoke a lot about this contour brush that I'm using. It's the Morphe R14. It's really nice because it's got a slight dome shape to it, so you can get right into your cheeks without having stripes, and it just helps kind of. And then just taking some more of that Fenty powder just to snatch the cheekbones. This is an optional step, I don't always do it, but today I want to look super snatched, so we will. So obviously right now I look ridiculous. Just pause for the thumbnail, look like something like the Lion King, you know, what's not to love. And then while that sets, I'm going to just go in and kind of add a little bit more dimension to my cheeks. So I need to have my blusher brush, and I'm going to use some blush today. Who would have thought? So I've got two blushes here. I've got MAC Sunbasque, a favourite blusher of mine, just really kind of peachy bronze, and I picked up a new one called Peachtwist, which is more kind of peachy, but I don't think I want to be full peach blush at the moment, so what I'm going to do is just kind of mix my blusher brush between the two of these, just to give it a bit of both, and then just fit some on. And blusher is something that, I've got a love-hate relationship with blush. Like, I don't always like it, but sometimes it's nice just to give the cheeks a little bit of a flush. Just don't be too scared to put on. Just don't be putting on way too much, because then you'll have big overly rosy cheeks and we don't have time for that. And then powder brush. Do you know that yet again I brought over my Jaclyn Hill brushes because I thought I was going to use them today, and then I didn't because I just don't use them ever. They just sit there like a monument to nice white brushes. Like, I've honestly had these for a year and still have not used them yet. Maybe today I might use one or two of them. So I'm just going to give some more of my Urban Decay All Nighter setting powder just to set anywhere that I've not used bronzer, blusher or highlighter on, and lock it all in place. And then I'm going to take, just because I always like to clean it, when I clean it with my bake, I don't like to clean it out on its own, I like something else with it. So I'll take the light yellowy one maybe, and maybe a bit of the white, no, just like mostly yellow, and we're just going to clean away that bake. So when I do this, I don't like to swipe too much. I like to more just kind of pat it in place, just to keep sure, just to make sure the concealer is locked and loaded, and that the under eyes are getting a little bit more brightening from that like setting powder. And just go back over the cheeks with your blusher brush. Don't add any extra product. We're just doing that to take away any harsh line between where the like bake ends and the unbaked area begins. And then we're going to go in with some highlighter. So I'm going to just mist my face with some MAC Fix Plus. This is the MAC Fix Plus in Peony. This is delicious, and I wish it would come out in big size. I like to soak the face, melt it all together, and then go in with my favourite toy. For my highlight today, Mark actually came home with these the other day. They are 3 of the new MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish Trios. So they are 3 highlighters in a set. Let's see, so the first one we've got is called Among the Stars, and this is a super light, kind of frosty, lilacs and pale yellow gold. I think this might be a little bit too pale for me, but this one here has got a really nice shift to it. Oh no, that one's for your fair gals, okay. Then the next one we've got with purple is called Galaxy Glow. This one might be more up my street. Can you see how wet looking they even look in the pans? I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but these look like wet skin in a box. And then the last one, Constellation Dreams, is defo for your more tanned and chocolate girls. So this one is really nice. I actually like the look of this gold, so I'm going to do that today because it's going to mimic what I've got in mind for the cheeks. So let's pop some of this on and see how it looks. Nice, it's a kind of dark gold base highlight. You'll know, if you follow me for a while, one highlight is never enough, but that one, my cheekbone is looking blinding. I don't know if it's a bit too yellow for me. You know, I'm under illusions that I'm not chalk white from Scotland. Oh no, it's nice, I really like that. I feel like I want to go a little bit more extra, so I'm going to jump into my Beef Perfect Cosmetics Sub-Zero MMMMitchell highlighter palette, which I don't think I've used in this channel yet, but I do really like this one, and I'm going to just take a little mixture of these two, so Babley and Made It. I like to mix my highlighters at all times, and then yes, that is more like it. Yeah, I wanted a proper blending highlight. I think I want to like call this video like how to beat your face like an insta baddie, or how to beat your face like a bad bitch. And I think to be a bad bitch insta baddie, your highlight needs to be popping, and that is giving me the popping highlight I need. Okay, so my camera overheated, so I just jumped off camera and did my brows quickly. Brow routine hasn't changed really. It's Urban Decay Subversion and the ink side of my Urban Decay brow blade, just to give my brows a kind of natural fluffy shape. They really need done, so they're a bit thicker than normal just now, but hey ho, we'll pretend it's not. And then I went in and primed my eyes using my Urban Decay eye primer in Eden. So now we can get into doing some fun eye look. I didn't know what palette I wanted to use today. I brought a few over from my makeup area. Like, I was sorting out my drawers the other night and I was like, Alan, you've got far too many palettes. But one that I keep forgetting I've got is the Dose of Colours Friendcation palette, which was in collaboration with Desi Perkins and Katy, two of my faves. This palette is obviously gorgeous packaging, and inside it's just like warm brown terracotta goodness, and I just thought, yeah, let's use that. But I have got other ones over. I also picked up the other day the Makeup by Jack Revolution palette, which has also got a lot of really nice colours, so I'll probably go between the two of them. And I've also got just a big Morphe palette for if I needed it too. So this isn't like a one brand, one palette tutorial. This is just me playing my makeup. So yeah, I'm not going to stick to any rules. I'm just going to do what I want to do. Sorry. So I'm going to just start off with my Desi and Katy palette, and I'm going to dip into the shade Churro, this one here, this nice kind of warm brown. I'm using a MAC 217 brush, but any of these kind of, you know, these kind of flat but fluffy brushes, like one of them, and I'm going to use that. Can't remember if this palette has fallout, praying no, because I've cleaned in my bake already. And I'm going to just pat that colour on the outer third of my eye. Okay, so I've packed that on, and then I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Single Shadow in the shade Riff. Riff is a really nice kind of warm brown, perfect transition shade. It's the most perfect transition shade known to man, and I actually can't believe I've not used that on my channel before, because I would say it is definitely one of my all-time favourite eyeshadow colours. So then I'm going to go back into my Friendcation palette, and I'm going to take this little dark brown shade here, which is called Cheens, and we're going to just darken up the outer corner ever so slightly. And we're just kind of patting that dark brown on just to give it a nice little bit of a moment of just really clinging on. Bronze goodness. So then I'm going to just go in and deepen up a little bit more of that shade Cheens on a little teeny tiny Morphe M506 brush. And we're going to just really darken up the outer corner. I hope you guys can see. I didn't zoom in for the eyes just because I want this to be a really chill get ready with me rather than anything too educational. And blend that into the crease just so that it joins nicely. There's that. I feel like I want to blacken up the outer corner of my eye ever so slightly. I'm going to just go into this Morphe palette, the Dare to Create, because it's got one of my favourite black shadows in it. And I'm going to just use the black just to darken up the outside. Oh! So normally when I'm filming, I literally do not leave my chair because I have everything I need, because I'm usually only a one palette review. But today has been kind of playtime, so I've been kind of figuring it out as we go along. So I darkened up the outer corner with a little bit of black, just in case I missed it. And I've got these things from Jordanaticia. They're little sparkle, base and sparkle jewels. They're really cool. So you've got in the top a little kind of cream base, and then at the bottom you've got like a pot of loose pigment for some sparkle. So I'm going to use that today. I'm going to use the shade Foxy, and I'm going to mainly use the cream base. I really like the cream base as a base for any other sparkles to go on top of, and I'm going to just take that all over the lid. This is really cool. I keep forgetting I have these. Are the kind of product where they just do the job, and I kind of often go, oh, why am I not using that more, and then have to remember to go and dig it out. But it's a really nice tacky base, but what I'm going to put on top is actually a Moondust from Urban Decay. This is the shade Midnight Blast. It's a really nice copper. I go on with these Moondusts all the time. If you guys aren't using them, you're missing out. They are bomb. They're like one of the best eyeshadows out there, especially if you want a bit of glitter. And I'm just going to pat that all over, first of all, just to give it a really nice kind of bronzy, shimmery appearance, like so. And then I always like to take my crease brush and just kind of feather that edge back in for the easiest, most broad. It looks really nice. So yeah, the base and sparkles are great. Use them, they're really good. And then obviously Urban Decay Moondust, can't beat it. So I actually went through this really weird phase, not weird phase, because I'm sure you all can relate. Am I the only one that just can't bother doing liquid liner just now? Like, ugh. The thought of it is just too much. I can't be bothered, so I just always take a black on a little teeny tiny brush, and I've literally just been linering my lash line with some black shadow. We can pretend it's for that smoky liner effect, but really it's just because I'm lazy. We're going to just go in and do the under eyes now. I'm going to be going in with the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Double Life. Really nice bronze colour. So I'm just going to take that through my waterline. So we're just running that along the lower lash line, and then I'm going to smudge it out. So I'm going to take a little pencil brush, if I've got one that's not got a bright colour on it, from the multi-colourful video I just filmed. This one will do. And I'm going to just take this first shade again from the Desi X Katy palette, tap off because I got a wee bit of fallout the last time, and we're going to just smudge that out. So all I need to do now is put on some lashes, do a lip, and do my hair. So I'm going to just jump off camera and do my lashes and my hair right now, and I will meet you back here for a lip. For lips, I'm going in with the Morphe lip liner in the shade Sweet Tea. I'm using that all over just to line, and then I'm using a little bit of MAC Cork just to define the Cupid's bow and the lower lip. Then I'm going in with my favourite nude lipstick of all time, which is of course the Stark Naked Vice Lipstick by Urban Decay. And then just to finish it off, I'm going to go in with a little bit of this KKW Beauty gloss. It's the one from the collab with Mario. It's super nude. Favourite. And I'm just going to hit that just to the centre of the lips, just to give our lips a really nice wet look. And that I'm buzzing about. I think I have already, but just in case I have not, I'm going to go with some more of my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, and I'm going to just lock that in place. Just because then I know when my makeup's not going anywhere for that long day ahead. So that is the finished look, guys. I hope you guys liked it. I don't know what you think. Did you like just sitting back and... my hair is a fucking mess, right? What did you guys think? Did you like just sitting, getting ready and doing makeup with me? Is it something we should do more often? Or should I stick to my more kind of in-depth product reviews? I really like how this look turned out. It's like coppery, bronzy, bad bitch on beat AF, which is what I was looking for. So yeah, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Hit me up in the comments below, let's chat. Do you like this format of videos? Should I do more of them? Make sure you hit me up on my other social medias, they'll be somewhere on the screen. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye! See you later. I don't want to always say bye, like, who says bye?